Hello guys, I was actually sitting here looking through some of the things in the game, and I just thought about the fact that I don't have any high-rated friends to play with, except for Tirgo, who's going to be away over in Europe. So I decided to give back a look to the good old Premium Group Finder. And I was looking through it, I had an epiphany. Wanted to make a video on how to tell you guys which groups to look for, which groups look promising, and which ones to avoid. So this is how to LFR for arenas. How to PvP LFR, or whatever I'm going to call it. I have no idea. I had a drink. So, so you want to refresh your list, make it, take a look at what you got, and I'll tell you some of the groups that look, some of the things to watch out when people put their groups, they're looking for kind of areas, things to watch out for, things that look promising, and things that look bad, so you don't get disappointed in the first place. So we have the first one here. Looking for healer, have 2k XP min. Looks fine to me. Looks like a DK wants to get some Qs in, has 2k XP. Radioactive from Moonguard, so he could be either bad or he could be a 2k rated role player. We have no idea. So this looks actually really good, clean. Looking for 1600 XP, Resto Druid HPL Priest, Armed RMP Armor Palette. We are 2k to 2.7 CR, 2k CR, 2.7 XP Glad. And this looks like a really good group. I also got an Ashen crew, so I'm going to take a look at it as soon as I get back into Ashen. So that was something you want to look for, something clean like that. Clean groups like this, the guys that are high rated, that are kind of get as much information out there, they really are not down with all the BS. They don't really want to look for it. Shadow Play, looking for log, be 2k XP. This kind of groups, as long as they get the most information, that all that's needed, as long as they put only the needed information into the list, I think that's all really you really need to look for. Then there are some definitely bad examples. This is another good example. 2300 XP, if you're looking for jungle, need HPAL, have some at least. Yeah, again, if the people put out basic information, only the stuff you need, nothing extra, usually those are the groups you want to look for. Here's one you don't want to look for. Looking for team high rating push. Looking for a good comp, play with, please have skill. If you're really asking for someone to have skill, you're looking for people to play with. If you're asking for people to play to have skill, that means you're used to people that don't have skill in the game. Therefore, if you're going to look for a group, you don't want to be somebody who expects skill. Skill should be coming with you. You should be good at the game to begin with in order to be able to play at the arena settings that other people would want you to play at. If you really have to prove somebody you have skill, then that person is probably used to being around people that just don't have the potential in order to get higher rating in PvP. Let me see some of the bad examples. Here's one a really bad example that you normally wouldn't go and work for. Looking for any decent DPS. Low MMR, DK and Hunter experience. If you care, ... I don't, emoji face. Now emoji face is kind of cringe. So those are the people you kind of want to avoid, because other people don't really take the game seriously. If you don't want to just fuck around in arenas, have fun to you, but this video is kind of geared towards somebody who's concentrated on getting a higher rating, finding a good group of people to play with, as well as continue playing with them. Then you have some of the other ones again. 2k XP Shadow Play, look for no voice. Completely understandable. Some of them are really just straight on and just well worded, well put together. Then you have this one like AIDS Supreme, healers that feel like more like 2k XP must have mic. This one actually has some flavor to it. AIDS Supreme. So this could be something fun for you to do, to try. So that one actually is not that bad. Then you have this one, looking for non-priest heals for cap, no voice, 646. That's really bad. Most of the times with no voice arenas, either you have really high rated players that know the game, that don't need voice, but for the most part this is just awkward kids that just don't want to, kids or adults or whoever, awkward people that just simply don't want to communicate, even though that's an essential part of arena. You have to have communication, but if somebody internally just tries to outright avoid it, you usually just want to stay away from those. You have to have communication within arena settings. Again, Shadowplay is looking for 3s, question mark, not sure what he's doing in 2's bracket. Some of them, most of them are completely fine. So I show you guys some good examples, some bad examples. Some of the ones you will never gonna get into, so there's no real point of getting into. Glad Red, looking for 2600 XP through 3 partners. Don't think because you don't have any ratings that some gladiator experienced players are going to want to play with you. You want to stay within your bracket. So let's say max. If you don't have any rating above 1600. You would just want to really go with YOLOs until you find a normal group, because nobody's going to go to the nitty-gritty, nitty-picky to like 1300, 1400, 1500. None of that matters. It's really just like everything below than 1600 and up, more or less. So that's probably the best way to find it. It's unlikely you're going to be able to find something above you, like let's say it's 1700 and you want to play with people at 1800. Most of the time you're not going to be able to play with them. So you really just want to shoot from your level or below, But there is some chances where you can find high-rated players if you do seem promising. It's not about having to show off, it's just all about being confident. Just get in the game, show them that you know how to play, it'll be no problem. This is definitely a guide for not anybody that has trouble understanding the game or playing at it, or is more or less bad at the game, as in bad at PvP, cannot get a high rating, cannot watch DR trackers, cannot interrupt stuns, cannot focus CC, cannot follow up CC, cannot burst together, cannot communicate. The basic things you would normally want to avoid. So this is a guide for somebody who says the basicness of these whole deals, and generally is good at the game. Not like, oh, I 1v1 Deathwing in a raid, I must be the champion of Azeroth. No, just somebody who's just like, yeah, I play a 2K rating, I had some experience in that, I know the comps, I know the meta, I am playing the current spec for the meta, I guess for rogues it would be mostly, I guess, assassination in most cases, unless you have me who just enjoys combat. So yeah, this is my, I guess, bit of a rant, bit of a guide on some of the things to look for when you're looking for arena groups. This is something I'm going to have to be doing for a little bit. Typically, he's going to be back tomorrow in US for a little bit, so hopefully me and him will be able to get some arenas done. Because my arena titles or rating, it's not like I played a lot of games, but they're not looking all that impressive either. But anyway, hope you guys did enjoy this video on how to look for premates. This is the best tip. These are the best tips that I can give to you from my own personal experience of climbing the ladder. I might be in the same boat as you guys climbing this ladder. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'll be able to play with somebody who's high rated, because the games at 2K and higher are definitely much more fun and cleaner than anything below low rated. Anyway guys, this is it. Hopefully you guys have a great time climbing rating, and I'll see you guys in the next video.